your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, it is a windy day across central Illinois. Look at these winds gusting over 25 miles an hour, 26 there in Springfield. Gusty southerly winds will continue as we go throughout tonight and into the day tomorrow. But those winds have helped to boost our temperatures back into the mid and upper 60s. It is 68 degrees in Springfield. Now, we're looking good here through this evening, but this time tomorrow night, a lot of our eyes are going to be on the radar picture as showers and storms are expected to develop as we head into tomorrow evening. There is a severe potential with that as well, which we will outline in the forecast when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
One man beat Governor Pritzker's stay-at-home order in court. What that could mean for the rest of the state as Governor Pritzker's executive power comes under legal scrutiny. Next.
More cases and deaths from COVID-19 are being reported at a senior living facility. The drastic jump it's seen in just 1 week.
COVID-19 has had an influence on our season.
Flu season might have been overshadowed by the coronavirus, but health officials say that might have been a good thing.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Governor Pritzker's executive order is in serious legal jeopardy tonight after a circuit court struck it down as unconstitutional today. The governor's order remains in place for now, but the judge ruled House Republican Darren Bailey is free to disobey the order because the governor exceeded his constitutional power. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell is live outside the Clay County Courthouse. Now, Mark, the governor's office said he is going to file an immediate appeal.
Jennifer, that's right. In fact, Governor Pritzker's entire stay-at-home order now comes under question as this moves forward. The governor's office will be filing an appeal. The Illinois Attorney General arguing in defense of the governor's stay-at-home order, saying he acted within his powers today. The judge disagreed. More on that in just a moment here. But at issue is whether or not the governor is allowed to keep extending emergency declarations every 30 days or whether or not he's limited to one period of 30 days. The attorneys for House Republican Darren Bailey argued that state law already has in it a plan for a pandemic and that quarantines are actually supposed to be enacted and enforced by the Department of Public Health, not the governor's office. The director of public health does report to the governor and is appointed by the governor, but the judge still used some strong language, saying, quote, "The issue before me now is whether the governor can ignore the Illinois and U.S. Constitution for more than 30 days. This court rules that the answer to that question is a resounding no." The judge here before an audience of about 90 people in that courtroom, most of them not wearing masks. But again, all of this puts into question where we go from here. The entire process and operation that the state has put forward in buying equipment, in getting federal funding, in securing space in hospitals, all of it has been done with that emergency power, that power that now faces question from a judge. However, this does not apply to everyone, just Representative Bailey. However, in talking with him and his lawyers, they're hoping that a flood of other businesses and individuals will file their own lawsuits, also challenging Governor Pritzker in court. The governor today making comments saying he found this to be reckless and dangerous and said that this case, this decision, will put people's lives at risk in this time of the coronavirus. Jennifer?
Mark, explain why it applies just to him if it's constitutional for this one person.
Because as the plaintiff, there's a class action you can pursue, which applies to everyone, but there's also a different kind of case. So Representative Bailey filed a case seeking that the damage or the harm that was delivered to him, as he alleges in this case, should be remedied. The judge agreed with him, but the judge's comments did speak to the broader Constitution and the broader executive powers, basically saying that unless the state lawmakers come back to Springfield and tweak or change this law, this judge believes the governor has exceeded his powers. In fact, he said the governor has been shredding the Constitution every second this order is in place.
Not mincing words. All right, Mark, we'll see you again at 6. Thank you. The state is out with new COVID-19 case numbers. Nearly 2,000 more people have tested positive in the last 24 hours. 50 have died. That brings the total number of cases to nearly 46,000. 1,983 people have lost their lives. And for more on the cases in your county, download the WCIA 3 News app. We have an update on a senior community in Sangamon County. We first told you about positive cases at Villas Senior Care Facility in Sherman less than a week ago. cases there have increased drastically. There are now 41, including 5 deaths. WCIA 3's Gabrielle Franklin breaks down what the complex is experiencing.
It wasn't that long ago the Villa senior care community experienced their first COVID-19 related death. Now that number is up to 5. The Sangamon County Department of Public Health announced the death of 2 residents in their 80s over the weekend. Both men tested positive for the illness less than a week ago. It was announced Monday afternoon that a woman who tested positive for COVID-19 on Friday has also passed away. 17 residents are currently being treated in Springfield hospitals. In a post on social media, the care facility is asking for prayers for their workers and residents, saying partially, "Our employees are taking care of multiple residents, some with dementia or memory problems. They've had to tell these residents that they can no longer have their friends or family visit, that they cannot eat with their friends, that they cannot leave their rooms. Imagine you are the only person that these residents get to interact with, and now they can't even see your smiles because your face is covered by a mask." We reached out to them specifically about these new cases, but we haven't heard back from them yet. Gabrielle Franklin, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The Villas are the only reported long-term care facility in the county with COVID-19 cases right now. With more people staying home, recycling centers have a lot more to pick up. Illini recycling workers have been taking care of about 10% more than usual. All of their garbage haulers always wear gloves, and they're doing their best to stay far away from customers. But when it comes to recycling, it's important that customers are smart about what they put out.
Don't try to recycle the paper towels or the Kleenexes, things like that, that have touched your face or your mouth or anything like that, because recycling is handled more because it has to be sorted. So that is something that someone is going to have to touch, and it's very unsafe right now.
Now, if you do have more trash than will fit in your bins, make sure you bag it. Haulers aren't allowed to pick up loose garbage right now. The Northern Piatt County Fire Department is investigating 2 suspicious fires that broke out overnight, and they believe they're connected. The first happened at 6 Champaign County Road, 2600 North near Mansfield. The building was abandoned. The second happened just a mile and a half away at Piatt County Road, 1400 East. That building also empty. Authorities are investigating them as arson. Taylorville police are investigating a series of car break-ins that happened this morning. All happened on the northeast side of town between 4 and 6 a.m. Officers say this video will help them identify the person, but this has been a problem that's been happening for weeks.
In the past month, it seems like every 2 or 3 days, we've had a crew of juveniles go out in the middle of the night and ransack vehicles.
And if you know anything, call police. And if you've been busy making face masks, we have a perfect place for you to bring them. Plus, with all the coronavirus talk, you may have forgotten about the flu. Why health officials have a warning.